Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Asta was the son of Kaguya, Part 3. And, well, no recaps, because it hasn't been 1 month, and I can't really record for that long, so about like 30 minutes-ish. But since I'm going to record for only 30 minutes, I probably won't be able to get to the elf arc. And I really have an idea for the elf arc for this What If, because it's going to be somewhat, I don't really want to give it much of like a spoiler of what I'm going to do, but not the point. If you already know what I'm going to probably do, then good job. You can comment thinking what I might do, but it's not guaranteed, but not the point. Shut up. But let me begin into this What If. Well, before I do that, subscribe to me since iconic What Ifs and Obito What Ifs. Yes, let me just say that before I go in, because I keep forgetting, okay? Shut up. You just leave me alone. But not the point. The next one will be in the description. And let me just begin into this What If and let me shut up, okay? This is where we go into, Asta. Asta is right now with Melissa and even Zaran. Zora, okay, that's how you say it. I don't know how you actually fucking say it, because I suck at fucking saying the name, because I really just want to say Zoro. You won't screw it, let me just say Zoro. So, not the point, no, it's Zaro, yeah, something like that. Why did I say R? I don't know. Not the point. Let me go into the damn What If and let me shut up for a second. But of course we go into Asta being there. Of course they won against their like first match by Asta kind of just sending back their attacks 10 times. But yeah. Of course we go into Asta just watching the match. This is where Asta is the height of being 5'8". Zaran is actually 5'9", and Melissa, I forgot how tall she is. So she's 5'2", and of course this is where Melissa, well, we go into Melissa. Melissa is wondering why Asta is that tall. The last time that she saw Asta was only 5'1". Now Asta is 5'8". This is where Asta, who is right now looking into the battlefield, mostly looking into, well, the whole fight of like different teams and all that. Asta is staying quiet. He's not a loudmouth like original canon. In this one, he actually is calm, quiet, and collected, and then can actually really fight with, well, not screaming out half the damn things that he needs to scream out, but yeah. No. He can also be extremely scary when he gets angry, but yeah, not the point. It's mostly his genetics being awoken from the fact that Black Zetsu is with him. So of course we go into Asta. Asta's right now looking into the different fights, seeing Yuno win against his fight, and this is where Yuno goes up to Asta and says, "You will not win against me, Asta." This is where Asta looks at him and says, "Okay." This is where Asta just seems so chill and just says, "Okay." Because Asta doesn't really want to win this. He doesn't actually really care about becoming the Wizard King. His mindset kind of changed after a while. Really, he still has the idea to become a Wizard King and all that. It's kind of there, not really. But he doesn't really want to win this whole tournament because he kind of was bothered by Yami to kind of be put in this. But yeah, even though Asta really didn't want to go, Yami insists Asta go. So yeah, this is where Asta refused to go, but Yami did kind of push him towards it. But yeah, Asta showed up the next day inside. But yeah. Of course, this is where, well, we go into, well, Asta just looking at the different matches. Then let me say that again. This is where Melissa's, well, older brother appears and says, "You ain't beautiful like me." This is where Melissa says, "I hope you die." This is where, well, Asta says, he looks at this person, blink, blink, blink. He looks at Zora, Zora, and this is where Zora says, "What the hell are you looking at me?" Do you even understand this guy? Asta asks. Swears out and says, "The fuck should I know? He might be speaking a fucking different language for all we fucking know." This is where, well, Asta says, "I guess you're right." This is where the guy says, "Hey, don't ignore me. Don't ignore this beautiful man of me." This is where Asta looks back at Zara and Zara says, "I have no fucking clue." This is where Asta says, "Bro, can you get your gay ass out of here? Asta just said that. This is where, well, the guy says, I'm not gay. This is where Asta says, you asking your beautiful towards, well, two dudes. Go ask a girl. But don't ask Noel or I'll kill you in an instant. This is where Asta said it kind of quietly, but of course the guy kind of got scared a little bit. But this is where, well, he kind of felt this pressure kind of weighing down on him. But yeah, it was just Asta kind of using gravity, well, release. This is where, well, Noel says, Asta, shut up. This is where Asta says, sorry. Asta smiles very gently. This is where Noel blushes and looks away. But yeah, well, Asta was kind of looking at this and right now shocked. That's where Asta says, but not the point. I know that you're Melissa's brother, but God, at least she's more beautiful than you could ever be. She's like a goddess, while you're like a gay faggot. But yeah, this is where, well, the guy says, what the hell did you just call me, you commoner? Asta says, like I said, you're gay. I'm not. I don't swing that way. Asta said, I might swing with your sister. I still laugh a little bit. This is where the guy gets angry and says, no, she won't like any commoner loser like you. This is where Melissa, who was hearing this, kind of like blush and looked away. Also, Noelle was even blushing more because she was actually becoming more jealous. But yeah, this is where, you know, can also feel magical pressure kind of appearing around Noelle. This is where, well, you know, kind of stepped further away from her. But yeah, kind of stepping next to the other teammate that was called the fungus guy. But yeah, of course, this is where, well, Asta says, but not the point. I don't care. Wait. He then looks at the board for a second. He says, he smiles with this creepy smile. This like little creepy smile kind of appear on his face. Think of it like Genchi or Genchimaru? Yeah, Genchimaru. No, not Genchimaru. What was his name again? Gin? It was Gin. Gin from what's it called, Bleach. Where he does that creepy smile and closes his eyes and does that creepy smile. This is where Asta is kind of doing that. This is where Asta is just says, interesting. I guess I'm next to that. Can't wait to make your fucking face uglier when I beat the shit in. Of course, Asta was saying this quietly. But of course, Melissa was hearing this. But of course, she wasn't really paying attention much of what Asta was saying. This is where she was still in her mind kind of blushing and kind of looking around. But yeah, because she's really embarrassed in what Asta said. But Asta doesn't seem embarrassed that much. He can care less what he says most of the time, but yeah. But of course, this is where, well, Asta says, oh, look at the teams. Team A and Team B are going. Let's go, guys. This is where Asta says, whatever. This is where Melissa says, yeah, Asta. She starts following Asta, but yeah. This is where, well, they all get down there, and of course, well, the terrain did change. And this is where, well, Asta says, okay. So, what's the plan? Zordon says, you didn't even have a plan? Oh, no. I do. We just wait here until the person decides to come towards us. It's where, well, Zordon says, I guess that's the best plan. He goes to sleep. Asta knows already, well, Asta already seen the traps. With Byakugan, he can actually even see magic with the traps. He can see a little bit. He can mostly kind of feel it because magic and chakra is not that far ahead from different from each other. So of course, Asta can somewhat see it. So of course, Asta just doesn't bother to say anything. And then Melissa says, so do we just stay here? Yep. We wait until the team comes. So well, the person, I forgot Melissa's fucking brother, but of course Melissa's brother says, Cherry Blossom Storm! So of course he says, this is so magnificent, so beautiful. That's why Asta says, oh damn, look at what he did. So ugly now. So pink and ugly. Ugh. Such an ugly color. I swear to God, I really think he's gay. Zara smirks, but yeah, he just like snicker. But yeah, Melissa kind of giggles a little bit, but yeah. That's where Asta says, oh well, what are we going to do with this? Hey! This is where Asta kind of like put chakra into his throat and say, hey, gay dude, aren't you going to come any closer? Because you know this shit is not going to really affect me. We're just going to sit here. This is where the guy gets angry. Of course, this is where, well, Magna and even Soy did kind of giggle and laugh because it was just funny how Asta just keep messing with this dude because yes, Asta's basically just being a just jag most of the time. Asta says, "Come and get me, you fucking gay dude. I know you into dudes or whatever." And so well, this guy gets getting angry and says, "That is not the most beautiful thing ever." He says, "This is not so beautiful or whatever." And so Asta says, "Oh yeah, whatever you ever say." And so he keeps getting angry. And so he says, "Fine, let me show you what the storm can really do." Asta says, "Oh, before I do anything else, black hole." And so Asta makes a little tiny black hole, throws it into the middle of the storm, and just absorbs everything into, well, that black hole. And so the black hole just disappears after the, well, blossom tree, well, kind of leaves just disappear, the storm. This is where the guy goes, This is where Magna and Soy just says, "Wow, he really just destroyed it in an instant." This is where Magna says, "How strong did Asta get during that fucking forest time? Fuck!" Asta says, "Well, time to wait." This is where, Melissa says, "Are you sure you don't want to attack?" "Oh, you want me to attack? Fine, Melissa, my beautiful flower, I'll attack." This is where Melissa, her face becomes red and does like fall down, passing out. This is where Asta says, "Well, let's come. Zaran, you protect the crystal while I'll go over there." This is where, well, Zara says, whatever. He goes to sleep. This is where Asta says, "Time to go after him." This is where Asta legit floats up in the air and starts flying towards the person's direction. This is where Asta is going in high speed straight towards Melissa's brother, Magna and Soy. This is where, well, they all see this, and this is where Magna is like, "How can he fly without the broom? Wait, he doesn't even have magic. How is he doing this?" This is where, well, the guy says, "You bastard, I'll just show you what a commoner like you should be in his place." He sends multiple, like, his magic ability to send what's called cherry blossom leaves at will, or rose petals at will. Also, what he does is says, "No, fire style, fire divine dragon breath." Also sends a very powerful flames out of his mouth, burning through all of it. Asta, he lands on the ground, but bursts into speed when he smacks on the ground. He just like leaps from the ground. The ground underneath him does like burst into a bunch of rubble, kind of launching up. But yeah, this is where Soy and even Magna says, "I won't let you destroy the crystal." Asta says, "You might not wanna let me destroy the crystal. Fine." This is where Asta jumps away from Soy, but this is where Asta says, Black Zetsu appear, right now taking control of Soy's body, and this is where Soy says, "What am I?" This is where she kind of moved her hand straight to Magna, so the golem can crush Magna. This is where Magna dodges and says, "What are you doing?" This is where, well, she said, "I can't control my body." This is where the black creatures say, "Ki. It seems that your foolish mind thought that you could actually be able to be in control after me taking control of your body. You foolish girl. Ki. This is where, well, she says, "I'm not a girl, I'm a woman, and I won't let you, damn it." This is where, well, there's a cow. Black Zetsu says, "Oh, no, you don't do that. I'd rather crush your partner. Besides, you have a very great anger towards the guy that's kind of gay." This is where Soy says, "No, I don't." "Are you sure about that?" This is where, well, Soy says, "No, I don't." This is where Black Zetsu says, "Are you sure about that?" "You definitely do." "Don't lie to me, girl. I know everything. I'm basically one with you now." Black Zetsu is kind of being manipulated and kind of really lying mostly because he can't really see into Soy's mind. He's basically just taking control of her body, not her mind. But yeah. Because Black Zetsu was taking control of her mind, she wouldn't be able to talk that much. But yeah, he can't really take over someone's mind. Mostly manipulate them to actually think he's actually being able to read the thoughts. This is where Soy decides to think blankly. This is where, well, she's not moving her body, but Black Zetsu is. And this is where the Earth Golem tries to crush at the guy, who right now is, Melissa's brother. This is where Melissa's brother says, "Damn it. How am I losing? I won't lose to a commoner like you." Asta appears saying, "Oh, hey, Magna. That's a very interesting fireball you have there." This is where Magna says, "Of course. Now, you won't be dodging this. He throws at Asta the fireball, almost swings it with the bat, and this is where Asta gets hit by it. Asta, who doesn't seem affected by it, and says, "Oh, that's very interesting, Magna. I want to actually try now with mine." Magna says, "What do you mean yours?" This is where Asta, he creates a fireball in his hand. But this fireball is completely different from bluish, from what's it called, normal orange flames. It's blue. Let me show you what color it is. So, instead of having that white little pattern in the flames, it's black instead. And of course, it's like black and blue. So yeah. Interesting, Magna. I wonder if you can dodge this type of flames. Underneath flames. Flame ball. The sword, well, Asta throws it, kind of makes a bat also, and swings it straight towards Magna. Magna says, "Oh, I got this." This is where he decides to try to swing it, but of course it disappears and hits him in the freaking chest. This is where he starts feeling the burn of the flame. He's saying, "Ah, damn it. These flames, they're not going out. What the hell are these?" "Oh, don't worry, Magna. You just sit there tightly." Flame. Bluish, darkish blue. Mostly he says darkness flame. Darkness blue flames binding. This is where the flames spreads from the chest of Magna all the way to just blind him. This is where Magna says, No, I can't lose this." "Well, too bad, Magna. It seems that was your fault for even deciding to try to swing at it, and you could have just run away from it. It was me just slowing it at the best pace for you to swing it. Besides, do you not see how slow it was anyway?" This is where Magna realized, "You did this on purpose." "Of course. I managed to copy your magic." "Well, not magic, technique mostly, but don't worry about it." "Oh, now I get to go after that bastard." Oh, sorry, I bite my tongue and accidentally messed the word. This is where, well, Asta says, now I'm going to have to go after that bastard. This is where, well, Melissa's brother is right now flying with the kind of rose petals and his legging on it. And of course, this is where mostly on his feet. And of course, behind him is the crystal. And this is where he says, "I'm not going to lose. I won't lose to a commoner." This is where, well, he's getting close to the crystal of Melissa. Melissa gets up. This is where Zara is still sleeping. And this is where, well, Melissa says, "Damn it, you're useless half the damn time." Well, not useless. She says, "Come on, Zara, please help me." This is where, well, before she's able to say anything, this is where Melissa's brother kind of sends multiple rose petal swords at, well, Melissa's crystal. This is where, well, magic circles appear, and there are trap magic circles which they kind of reflect the attacks back towards, well, Melissa's older brother, which he gets stabbed and of course falls down. The crystal gets a little bit stabbed with one of the swords because they got reflected. This is where he's saying, "Damn it, how?" This is where, well, he kind of, before being able to get up again, he kind of gets up, and this is where both of his arms are kind of hurting, but of course he manages to take them out and starts walking towards the crystal, but falls into a hole and still just lands into a hole. Of course the crystal is on top. This is where Asta goes kiki. Well, not Asta, mostly what's called Black Setsu. Or not even Black Setsu, it's actually a White Setsu. The White Setsu laughs and says, "Ha! Look like you fell for that. And luckily for me, multiple of my brethren managed to make multiple holes that are no make and no magic." Loser. "Oh, I should really kind of wave some kind of thing so, what's it called, Asta can get here." "Oh, don't worry. Asta is not going to break her crystal. He's going to break something else." This is where, well, White Setsu kind of makes tree branches kind of go up from his hand, like a tree root and other. And this is where Asta kind of sees a little tree kind of growing. That's where Asta says, "Huh, so there where they are." That's where Asta, yes, was flying in midair, but yeah. Asta lands down and says, "Good job, White Setsu. You can now leave." White Setsu says, "Good, yay." This is where, well, Asta says, "Oh, hello there, Melissa's older brother. It'd be a shame if I break your crystal." He says, "No, don't you dare do it." This is where Asta says, "Oh, but I'm not gonna break it. No. Oh no, I'm not gonna break it at all." This is where he makes a portal, and of course this is where Zara appears. This is where Zara says, "What the hell?" This is where Asta says, "Do you want to break the crystal, or do you want to kind of humiliate this noble?" This is where Zara says, "I guess, I guess kind of humiliate him. This is where he says, "Oh, are you bastards?" This is where Asta and Zara kind of smiles. And of course, this is where, well, they're kind of doing very creepy smiles. One is sharp teeth, and of course, Asta's also having sharp teeth. This is where, well, Julius and even the king were going, what the fuck are they doing? This is where, well, the others are like, holy shit, they are really not going to break that crystal. This is where Yuno says, what the hell, Asta? Noel kind of says, damn it, Asta. This is where, well, Lux says, whoa, he really defeated, what's called Magna that easily. Haha, I want to fight him. This is where, well, Asta says, oh, well. So, you want to just keep telling him how ugly he is, how stupid he is, how what retarded he is, for even thinking that he could have, like, win in this. This is where he says, I'll show you if I can't win. He pulls his grimoire, but of course his grimoire gets hit with a rock. He just gets blasted into the wall with a tiny piece of rock. Asta just kind of flick it at him. This is where Asta says, no, we can't let you do something like that. Flame style. Underneath flames binding. This is where multiple flames appear binding, well, the person. This is where he says, wait a minute, come on. We can talk about this, right? Asta says, oh yeah, we can talk about this. Asta kind of whistles so something can appear. This is where a white Zetsu appears and says, ah, do you need me? Asta says, yes, white Zetsu. Can you pull him up here? This is where the white Zetsu does. And this is where, well, Zaran and, well, Asta stays there for a good 1 minute and just talking a lot of smack and just making this dude kind of cry. This is where the dude says, you guys are so mean. This is where Asta says, oh, we're mean. Yes, we're mean. But guess what? Do we look like we care? This is where Asta's laughing even with the Kazar. That's where Mimosa wants to kind of just break the crystal because, yes, it's kind of mean of them to kind of like bully her older brother because, yes, he's the oldest. But of course, she's sometimes kind of enjoying this because she kind of hates her brother, but at the same time doesn't really feel like doing this. When she's about to use some vines to kind of break the crystal, Asta says, oh, Melissa, wait, beautiful flower. Can you not break it for a second? This is where Melissa's face goes red, and of course her magic kind of goes imbalanced. So of course she's just looking somewhere else, and of course scratching her face because how red she is. Because Asta calls her a beautiful flower. This is where, well, Asta knew that would actually manage to stop her. He also didn't need to use any of his abilities to actually stop Melissa's vine from actually crushing the thing. That's where Asta says, oh, that was easier than I thought. That's where Taran says, I guess you're a playboy, I will say. Asta says, nah, I'm not nothing like that. But don't worry, I know how to fix this guy's face. This is where the guy says, what are you doing? Asta says, don't worry at all. Don't worry your little pretty face. Actually, you might have to worry about your pretty face. Asta fucking kicks this guy in the head. Fucking just smashes his boot into this man's like face. This is where the person goes, everyone was shocked. This is where, well, Asta really kicked a man down. Yes, this guy was down on the ground. Right now, binded with blue flames. And since Soy is still not knocked out, and she's not really captured, she's moving around, but she was kind of put all the way far because Black Zetsu kind of took control of her. She kind of moved her really far, and since her golem is going to take forever, and she's going to take forever to kind of get to the crystal, yeah, they kind of made a plan like that. Because if the team did, well, it was kind of the rule saying, if the team gets kind of captured or knocked out and the crystal kind of still survives, team wins. If the crystal gets destroyed, team still wins. But yeah, it was like that. But Asta knew this, and of course Asta went in calculation really fast in his mind. This is where Asta says, oh well, Zara, you want to break the crystal or do you want to wait for Soy to get here? This is where Zara says, you're a really evil bastard for kicking him in the face. Oh, if you don't hurry up with that crystal, I'm gonna break more things of this man. This is where Zara says, I would like to see you even try. Do it then. Asta says, oh, you're really tempting. I guess I'll do it. This is where Melissa says, Asta, what are you? This is where Asta breaks this man's leg by kind of kicking at the kneecaps, and of course it kind of like bent up, and the guy starts screaming in pain, agony in pain. Asta says, oh, you think I'm still lying about breaking people's like limbs? I suggest you keep you hurry up and break this crystal. Besides, it's supposed to be teamwork, isn't it? This is where, oh, guys, this is you monster. Let's just say, oh, I'm a monster? Sorry, but I can't really tell who's the monster here. The guy who has the ugliest face right now? Or me? He says it so creepily. This is where, well, Zoran decides to break the crystal finally and says, whatever, we won. Asta says, oh, I guess we did win. So Asta went towards this guy's other leg and says, your other leg looks to be fine. Let me help. This is where before Asta gets to do anything, Zara actually grabs him and pulls him away. This is where Melissa also does the same. Kind of using vines to kind of pull Asta away. This is where Asta says, Melissa, my beautiful flower, what are you doing? This is where Melissa says, she's right in her faces, right? And of course she's saying, please Asta, please don't hurt him. This is where Asta says, but I thought you wanted to wish harm into him. I heard you multiple times. This is where Melissa says, about that, I just did that because I kind of hate how he always acts so cocky and all that. This is where Zara says, and I wasn't expecting you to kind of fucking break one of his limbs if I didn't hurry up. Oh, why not? Besides, now he can just be crippled for a while. This is where Asta laughs. This is where, well, he kind of just chuckled a little bit, but yeah. This is where, well, they bring him up, and this is where Asta, he's kind of looked by everyone else, even Yuno. Noelle kind of looks at him, but of course not in shock or disbelief. Well, she is, but of course she is more surprised that Asta keeps calling Melissa beautiful flower, little flower, orange flower. This is where, well, she wants to be called names like that also. She's more jealous than actually shocked and surprised that Asta even broke someone's leg. Or even fucking kicked someone's down, mostly in his face, and especially being a noble. Asta, we just said, wow, what are you all looking at? I know the reason why Noelle is looking at me, but I don't understand why everyone's looking at me. What, do I have something in my face? Do I have some blood from Royal Noble? This is where Asta kind of just like clean his face by kind of like putting his face and, well, mostly his hand towards his face to just clean off anything. And then where Asta then grabs his kind of hair and kind of pushes up and says, what? Do I have nothing in my face anymore? Huh. This is where so many of them are kind of shocked. Even the drawing guy, he is shocked. The captain, I forgot his goddamn name. It was, I don't remember. Okay. This is where, well, they are shocked that Asta even did something like that. This is where Asta says, oh, well, whatever it is in my face, Melissa can tell me, right? My beautiful orange flower. This is where Melissa's face becomes red and falls down. Asta smiles and just says, Klaus, who actually goes up to Asta, says, why did you do that? Asta says, huh? Call Melissa my beautiful orange flower? This is where Klaus says, no, not that. Actually, why do you even call her that? Because she has orange hair, she's beautiful. And I like the fact that she's able to kind of control, like, flowers and all that. This is where, well, he says, oh, no, not that. Why did you kick him in the face when he was down? The game was over. Asta says, no, the game wasn't over. So, Soy was still alive. She was not captured. She was put across the corner, and there was no illegal reason that she cannot just be pushed over there by having something controlling her to be pushed all the way over there. She wasn't knocked out. She wasn't captured, and the crystal wasn't broken. So it was technically not illegal in this. Right, Julius? Julius says, I guess so. I didn't actually expect you to be that brutal to someone like that. Oh, he was asking for it. And besides, if the nobles really started pissing me off, I wouldn't actually show them a little bit of a single drop of mercy. Besides, he was just asking for it. And besides, I didn't kill him. I injured him. Injure him to the point that he might be crippled. But that's fine. Nobles are shouldn't supposed to be fighting in a war, right? They're supposed to be laying down and being a little bitch and hiding there because they won't be doing anything, because they won't be able to walk, they won't be able to do anything when the person comes back, well, an enemy comes back and kill them. So where, well, Julius is shocked to even believe what he's hearing from Asta. This is where the king is even shocked. He's actually being scared from Asta's like evil kind of glare and this evil presence behind Asta. This is where, well, Asta is just doing this just to kind of scare the shit out of Julius and even the king. Just because he doesn't like, well, kind of nobles that much. But yeah, he doesn't like people being above him. He's having kind of his Utsutsuki pride kick in, but yeah. Now that, well, Asta is done with that, that's where we go on to, well, Finral's still fighting against this guy. Of course, well, Finral's little brother and all named, fucking don't remember because I don't care about this guy. But, of course, this is where Finral, he was about to die. But, of course, Asta made a portal appear right in front of, Finral, and of course, like, multiple purple balls were launched at, what's called Finral. And, of course, Asta says black hole absorption. Asta absorbs them all and says, "Oh, sorry about interrupting this whole little battle. I wasn't really wanting to interrupt, but the fact that you were trying to kill one of my closest friends, you noble scum." Asta grabs him from the neck and says, "I should probably crush your neck and kill you, right? You can't do shit right now, can you?" And so, well, the guy says, "Let go of me, you peasant." So where Asta says, oh, you're calling me a peasant. That's hurtful. I'm a commoner if you don't understand. Not a peasant. But hey, if I crush your neck right now, would anyone stop me? No? Well, I guess cracking your neck would be fine. Well, you'll probably be just like what's it called? After I break your neck. Well, you won't die, you would just be unable to turn a certain angle. You scummy little shit. This is where, before he's able to do that, space binding, well, kind of appears. Right now, stopping Asta from actually being able to kill Lecterus or whatever his goddamn name is. Of course, this is where Lecterus managed to get out of it and says, he's also kind of space bind because he has Julius appears. Julius did not expect Asta's speed. Asta made a fucking portal in a fucking instant just to appear. This is where, well, Julius was shocked to even believe Asta is another space-time, what's it called, user, being able to kind of create a portal. But yeah. But of course, the portal seems a little bit different from normal because it wasn't made out of fucking magic. Then again, half of the things that Asta has done hasn't been made out of magic and confused the shit out of him most of the time. Because Asta hasn't been using his grimoire, mostly these goddamn hands, because yes. Asta says, "Wow, I'm really buying up into this circle." Asta can actually talk freely. This is where Julius is shocked and says, What? Oh, I already knew you were going to come here and kind of stop me by using your space-time little trap or whatever to bind me in what's called Lotorus or whatever his goddamn name is. I can only talk in this binding. I can't really move any of my other muscles. I don't think so. Let me try. Asta's making sounds, but he can definitely break out of this. Asta just wants to play around with Julius' mind, thinking that he's becoming weaker. But really, Asta is just a little bit too stronger than normal. Asta says, "But this is interesting. So, can we, like, go and fight this bastard team? Because I'm gonna really break his face in. Please?" That's where Julius says, "You promise no killing?" "Yeah. Besides, who's going to promise me not to kill someone in a battlefield?" This is where, well, Julius says, "I guess you're right." This is where Asta says, "Don't worry. If I accidentally kill him, I'll give up. That's the end of the, what's it called, line for me. I'll give up. I'll let the other team win, and whatever." This is where Julius was shocked to hear that. This is where he says, "You're not trying to win?" No, of course not. Why would I try to win? It seems so boring to think about it. But yeah, I'm not really trying to win. It's boring. Besides, why win when you can just give up midway and still show that you're stronger than everyone, but you gave up because you felt petty for everyone? Everyone goes, this cocky brat. This is where Asta's really just kind of being a dick half the time, but yeah. So where, well, Asta says, "But yeah, let me fight against him." This is where Julius still accepts that thing, instead of Lontorus kind of being the one to, well, ask for that. But yeah, Lontorus team, I forgot whatever fucking letter he got, versus Team A, containing Asta, Zaran, and even what's called Melissa. But yeah, Oh, not Melissa, Mimosa. Have I been calling her Melissa? Oh, for fuck's sake. It's mostly Mimosa, but yeah. This is where, well, I think I've been calling her Melissa for fuck's sake. I don't know why. But, of course, where Mimosa is right there just saying, what happened? I was gonna say, sorry guys, I kinda intervened and was about to crack a noble's neck, but don't worry about it. We can still win this. This will still be a little easy cake of winning. This is where, well, everyone kinda nodded. Zarin says, I guess I'll be fighting again. Oh, besides, Zarin, you shouldn't be so worried about it. I'll be able to defeat this. You can just stay back and protect this. Melissa says, no, wait, Asta. Well, not Melissa, mostly Mimosa says, wait, no, Asta. This is where Asta says, yes, Mimosa, my beautiful orange flower. This is where Mimosa's face becomes red. I say, no, stop this. Stop calling me that. Asta says, why? You're really beautiful. Asta went close to her and kind of grabbed her from the hair and kind of pull it, well, kind of not pull it, mostly push it away from her hair and says, why? Why can't I? This is where her face is becoming more and more red, like a shade of red, dark crimson mostly. This is where Asta says, come on, do you not like the name? If you don't like it, I guess I can call you something else. This is where, well, Melissa's face becomes so red that she just passes out, and steam started appearing from her face. This is where Asta says, protect her, Zarin. This is where, well, Zarin says, whatever. God damn you, I swear to God, I feel like you are a noble. How can you be a commoner and still be able to make noble women kind of fall for you? Don't know, don't care. Asta does look good in this one because he is 5'9", and of course has kind of like longish grayish hair that's towards his neck. This is where Asta says, don't worry, I won't be long. This is where Lantura says, I won't be long. Asta appears right in the middle, seeing Lanturas, and of course Haha guy and what the icing are going. I hope he wins. That guy. They look at Asta and say, scary. This is where Asta says, so you ready to get your ass whooped so hard that you won't be talking so much longer? This is where Lantura says, a commoner like you shouldn't be. This is where Asta appears, grabbing him from the face in blinding speed and saying, let's see the fucking world right now, bastard. Throw his ass. Just like how Sukuna grabs, what's it called, Fuji, what's it called, not Fujikara, what's it called, what was his name, fuck, what's it called, Megami, not Megami, Megami. See how, like, what's it called, Sukuna grabbed Megami and said, let's see the world together, fucking throws him into multiple trees and then smash him into a city. Yeah, Asta does that, but mostly smash him across multiple of the landscape. And of course, where, well, Asta appears right now flying, grabbing his face and smashing his face to the ground, making him eat dirt right now, literally. This is where, well, Asta says, hope you like tasting that dirt because that's what you'll be eating for the rest of your fucking, like, pathetic life. Asta then grabs this guy, throws him up after kind of making him eat dirt, and kicks him so hard in the stomach, launching him into multiple buildings and into the mountain. And so Asta says, are you done being a little pathetic bitch, or are you gonna keep fighting? This is where Lantaros gets up and says, why, you little shit! This is where he says multiple of what they call his offense portal magic at, well, Asta. Asta, what he does is say, luckily I managed to absorb your own types. White hole, release. Portal magic, 10 times attack. This is where multiple portal magics, but instead of being purple, they're white. They're purely white. And since they were with Asta for a while, because Asta there absorbed him when he tried to attack Finra, but yeah. This is where Asta sends him, and they launch in high speed straight towards Lantaros, and just clash with Lantaros' attacks, but mostly just rip through them so easily because they still have so much power. Like, one of them can, like, blow off like 10 of Lantaros' attacks away, but yeah. This is where they all started launching straight to Lantaros, and Lantaros started to try to dodge him, mostly trying to get away from them with his speed. But of course, this is where he almost got hit. This is where he managed to send multiple attacks and realized, no. He started going into that energy and saying, I'm going to kill a peasant like you. He throws it at Asta. Asta says, you really keep trying to attack me. I should really put you in your place, you pathetic creature. Asta's eyes becomes crimson red and says, let's see if you can dodge this. Susanoo. This is where something appears that scared the shit out of everyone. Asta, right now being in a Susanoo. This Susanoo is only the fucking like skeleton version, and it's almost as big as well. Like a perfect Susanoo from like I'm gonna say Sasuke's Susanoo. Like yeah, it's that big. But of course, instead of having 2 arms, it had 4 arms, or 6 arms in total, but incompleted. There's mostly the skeleton version, not the armor. But of course, they had all different weapons. This is where Asta says, well, bye-bye, Lantaurus. This is where Lantaurus is whining his eyes and says, what the hell? This is where before it even says anything, a bow shot made out of pure chalk was shot towards him, and he almost got hit. Like, it was so close. It was like an inch off, but he did get cut a little bit, and when he looks towards the direction of what happened, that place that got hit by that arrow exploded. Nothing, just it hit this like ruined building, and of course it exploded, and there was nothing but a huge ass crater. Asta says, "Aw, did I miss? I shouldn't really miss my attacks. No, I shouldn't, because guess what? A little shit like you shouldn't deserve any mercy." This is where Julius won his eyes. He can see this match going way too far. Asta seems to really be pissed the fact that this little shit decided to attack Finral. And Asta does care about his friends still in this one, because yes, even though he has his Utsutsuki pride and all that, he still cares about his friends. Doesn't matter anything. He just cares about Melissa and well, a little bit more, but yeah, don't worry about that. That's what Asta says. This is where Asta's laughing because, well, the reason why he's laughing a little bit crazier is because if he lost this match against this little shit, this person would have went against, Noelle, and probably tried to kill her. This is where Asta doesn't want to see that. This is where Asta says, but not the point. Let's just see if we can just dodge 6 arrows. This is where 6 arrows appear. This is where, well, Honduras was about to die, and Asta just says, nah, I shouldn't kill you. I should try to win this. Until I get to Yuno. Maybe. I don't know. Asta appears right now out of the Susanoo, like the Susanoo bow was about to like launch straight to Launchers. Launchers were preparing attacks, but this is where Asta like breaks through. Like he just launches at high speeds from his Susanoo, punching, like sending a punch straight towards Lantaurus's face, smashing him out of the entire arena, like just getting him out of there. This is where Asta say, little bitch went far. He went even further than what's it called Magna when Magna went into that one time when he pissed me off. Not the point. This is where Asta says, now, it's time for Lantaurus's team. This is where he's walking towards him, and just a calm manner and saying, hey, ha guy, do you remember when you called me I have no magic? Yeah, I'm still kind of pissed. Not the fact that I have no magic. Of course I have no magic. No. I'm just pissed that a little shit like you can still be alive here, even though such a pathetic weakling like you is here anyway. How can a girl even stand you? You're so annoying with your haha laugh and all that bullshit. That's where haha guy says, my name, yeah, your name is this. I don't care much. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, haha guy, maybe you should quit being a magic knight, because you will never be able to be anything. This is where the girl says, that isn't true. This is where Asta says, oh, and you're trying to protect him? You know what he does? He goes after multiple girls, and because he's a magic knight, he thinks that he can be able to pull them in with his ugly ass charms. I swear to God, the other dude that I beat the shit and kind of almost crippled had way better looks than you did. But not the point. I should break your crystal, shouldn't I? Or should I have fun? Nah. But mostly we get kind of angry. Well, if you don't mind out of the way, can you move? Beautiful blue hair girl. And so where, well, the girl kind of blushed because she never was called beautiful. She's shy, of course, but of course being called beautiful from the other team and someone that's actually stronger than Lantaurus just like showed this little shit who is boss. But of course, Asta just says, but can you move, please? This is where she does, and this is where Asta gets the crystal and just like taps it by just like flicking his hand, breaks into a million pieces. Asta says, "Ooh, I kind of added a little too much power." But yeah, Asta can actually get out of his, what's it called, human form to his Utsutsuki form. He done it multiple times in the middle of the battle a little bit. But yeah, it's just because Asta doesn't really want to show his Utsutsuki form. He only flicks out of it so fast most of the time. This is where, well, Asta says, "Well, I guess your team lost. Also, haha guy, I want to tell you something. You lost. Now shut up and quit the magic knives. If you don't want to die and get in my way, if you want to get in my way, that's okay. Then you will die in an instant." This is where Asta said it so quietly and deeply, murderous intent, and of course the haha guy goes down and knocked out. This is where Asta kind of goes to the blue hair girl and just taps her on her head, mostly just pats her. This is where Asta says, "But you have potential. Your winter magic is pretty good. It's not great against me when I can actually just use fire and just burn through it so easily. But not the point. Good luck. Good luck in your magic career." Asta started walking away. This is where the girl kind of blushes and falls down mostly. This is where, well, Noel's still jealous, but yeah. This is where, well, the next match, it is Yuno versus, well, the art creation dude. This is where, well, Yuno managed to break through it, like in the same original canon, kind of go into this mode, but yeah. This is where next battle is Asta's versus Yuno's team. Asta says, "Oh hey, my beautiful sea princess Noelle, how are you doing?" Noelle blushes and falls down mostly, but yeah. That's where Mimosa says, "Huh?" Asta says, "Don't worry, my beautiful orange little flower, Mimosa. You're still beautiful as ever." This is where, well, she also blushes and falls down, but yeah. This is where, well, they're like, damn it, this guy's even more fucking, how should I say, being able just to do stuff like that. This is where Asta says, "So, you wanna fight me? I think I want to give up now. Not because I'm scared of you. No. I just want to give up, so you might have had this whole big moment to think you were going to shine, and then I just give up about it right now, and they just make you have to release that energy somewhere else." This is where Yuno says, "You wouldn't dare, would you?" Also smiles, a creepy smile. Also, if you heard that in the background, that was just me dropping something again because my bad luck sucks. But yeah, this is where, well, Asta says, "Oh, of course I wouldn't." Creepy smile appears, and this is where he says, "You wouldn't dare do it." Asta says, "Oh, and who's going to stop me then? Yuno?" This is where Yuno says, "Fine, I guess you're right." This is where we go into, well, them going into the battle, and of course Asta, he speeds off. This is where Zardon and even Melissa, well not Melissa, mostly Mimosa, kind of just says, "Huh?" This is where they see what's it called, Asta burst into speed, and of course Asta is right now just appearing right in front of Yuno, because Yuno was also flying, and Asta says, "Yo Yuno, maybe we should go see some of the earth biome, right? The earth mountain, right?" Asta grabs him from his face and just smash him into multiple, well, what's called the earth wall. This is where mostly the earth mountain. This is where he smashed through and said, "Damn it." This is where, well, he sent wind arrows, but of course, this is where Belle, who's the, what's it called, little fairy, tries to get it to, what's it called, Yuno, but of course Black Zetsu appears with White Zetsu and started attacking her. This is where multiple White Zetsu started trying to attack her. She's right now sending multiple wind attacks trying to cut them, but of course they're sending multiple root and trees at her. This is where she has to just keep dodging. But of course, this is where Black Zetsu says, "Hey, where are you going? Don't you want to fight me, you little bitch?" This is where she's saying, "You rude bastard." Asta says, "Oh, where's your wind spirit? Oh, sorry. My spirit of mine is kind of taking care of her. So, you ain't going into that mode anytime soon." This is where Yuno says, "Damn it." This is where Asta kind of sends a powerful kick into Yuno's kind of side, smashing him into a wall. This is where Asta says, oh, that seems to be bad." This is where Noelle is kind of on defense also with the fungus guy. And this is where, well, they're saying, we have the other team not going to attack instead of defend. Noelle says, no, Asta would be the one attacking. Well, she didn't say Asta in her mind. She says, "My white print will be... Wait, what am I talking? This is where she just starts blushing, and yeah. This is where Melissa says, would Yuno be attacking? He is the most powerful, but I think Asta managed to get towards him. This is where Asta starts fighting against him, and of course, Yuno gets launched up in the air, but of course, this is where Yuno says, Wind Tornado! This is where he sends a Wind Tornado at Asta. Asta says, Lightning Style! Lightning Chidori! Asta cuts to in an instant. Asta says, Chidori, Senbon spikes. Well, mostly he says lightning Senbons. This is where Yuno started to almost get hit by them, but of course he's right now flying and trying to dodge. This is where Belle is right now having a trouble time with Black Zetsu. But yeah, this is where, well, Belle managed to notice Yuno, and of course she managed to fly towards him even though she was kind of hurt, and she says, Yuno. This is where Yuno says, Belle, I'm sorry, but even I know you're a little bit tired, but can you go into the transformation? She says, yeah, of course. I would do anything to you. Or do anything for you. Asta, on the other hand, says, I guess she would do anything for you. So, let me see that form, Yuno. Yuno goes into the, what's called, form again. And of course, she's saying, I won't lose, Asta. Asta says, oh, I guess so. Black Zetsu. This is where Black Zetsu appears and says, yes, let's go into the form and show this immortal human what a true god is. That's where Asta goes into his own form. White light appears, turning into a white circular, cylinder, and of course started having cracks, and Asta appears into his form, his Utsusuki form. He says, let's see who's stronger, Yuno. That's where Asta bursts into a blinding speed of like light. This is where Yuno widen his eyes light. This is where Asta says darkness spears. This is where he launches at Yuno, and Yuno started having to dodge multiple times. This is where Asta started making multiple elements, the 5 elements, to start sending them at Yuno, blowing up side of the things. This is where, well, Yuno and Asta are right now flying, and of course what they see, what all the crowd is seeing, is a white light, like this white light beam fighting against this green beam in the air, just clashing around. Think of it like in Dragon Ball Z, when they're flying, they're kind of clashing and all that. Or think of it like the Gohan verse, when what's called Black Gohan was going against, well, Emo Gohan, and they were clashing in white and pink in the sky. But yeah, think of it like that. This is where Asta is laughing. Right now, then, just kind of saying, bone style, bone bullets. He sends multiple bone bullets at Yuno, but Yuno managed to capture them with his wind style and says, no, wind style, wind tornado. This is where he sends another wind tornado at Asta. Asta says, chick. You shouldn't be using that technique. Let me show you a technique. Wind style, wind hurricane. This is where he managed to pull out a wind hurricane 10 times bigger than Yuno's, and Yuno's had to dodge. The wind hurricane managed to smash through a lot of things and send multiple rubble at, well, both sides. This is where Asta says, Yuno, you can't give up for me, you can't get away from me, and what are you even going to try to do? This is where Yuno says, damn it. He had to hide behind something. He knows that Asta can't sense magic, but Asta says, oh, Yuno, where are you at? They're right now on this kind of like rocky side, so of course Yuno's kind of hiding behind a wall. Asta says, oh, Yuno, you should know one thing. My eyes can see everything. I know you're behind a wall. Don't lie to me. I might not be able to sense chakra, but I can see you so clear. This is where Asta made a portal and appeared right next to Yuno. Says, so what are we hiding from? This is where Yuno says, damn it. This is where he says, wind style, wind blast. This is where he sent a green blast at Asta. Asta says, let's see who's stronger then. Biju Dama. This is where Asta, in his hand, multiple, like, well, what's called on his hand, basically behind him, 5 tails appear, and of course makes a ball in front of Asta, that he just grabs it, adds it with his a little bit of power, because you see here, Asta already knows that he kind of has the Jubi inside. Yes, Asta has the Jubi still inside him. Kind of Kaguya made it as a safe insurance just in case, well, Asta ever got hurt. That's why Asta kind of heals a little bit faster than original canon, thanks to the Jubi, but yeah. Also makes a black ball and then just touches it with his own power, making it kind of whitish and silverish, and throws it at Yuno. Yuno sends the wind blast, and even a more powerful wind blast than against the captain. And of course, this is where they clash. But of course, Asta's little Biju bomb, it's just expanding a lot right now, smashing into Yuno, blasting him across the whole map, almost hitting the crystal. This is where he's knocked out for the count. This is where the fungus person and even Noel are kind of shocked. Asta's down. Well, not Asta. Yuno's down for the count. Asta appears right now in his form and says, "Hey, Noel. Sorry, I have to really do this." This is where Noel says, "I won't let you win, Asta." Oh, I'm sorry. This is where Asta, he kind of like appears out of nowhere, just touching the crystal once, and it exploded into nothing but pieces. Asta says, "Sorry, but I still have to win." Sorry about that, my beautiful little sea princess. This is where Noel's face becomes red, and of course she has a dirty mind, and of course has blood out of her nose. This is where Asta says, "Well, at least I won." This is where so many people thought that Yuno was going to win, but not even that. A black bull, a commoner, with a grimoire that he hadn't even used once in the fucking whole battle, won. Well, using any grimoire, any magic, because they're confused. What the hell is Asta even using? That's not magic. But yeah. But we go into a time skip after the whole thing. Asta won. Of course, he's a Black Bolt hideout and right now sleeping. Zoran did talk to Julius, and even Julius did talk to, well, Asta about his non-magical use of elements. Asta didn't explain much and just says that, could be that I'm special or something. Maybe that, maybe not. But I don't care. He did use his grimoire a little bit to actually summoning blue flames, like these black and blue flames that are called blue darkness flames. But yeah, or darkness blue flames. But yeah. And so our Asta says, whoever knows, bye. But yeah, that's where Asta is just laying down on the couch and right now sleeping, having his like hands up to his head and just sleeping. But yeah, that's where, well, Yomi says, "Well, good job, kid. You actually won. I wanted to give up midway just to kind of make people believe that I'm still stronger than them. Wouldn't that be better?" What's it called? Yami. Yami says, "No, shut up, kid." Asta says, "Aw, Yami, why so rude like that? You don't need to be rude to me. I just wanted to show everyone that I'm a little bit stronger than them. You don't really need to tell me that it's bad." And Yami says, "Shut up, kid. Let's just go have a relaxing, bath." Asta says, "Sure." Asta says, "My body feels cramped, so I guess that'd be fine." Everyone goes, and of course Noelle is in the girl's side, and of course her face is nothing but red, because Asta, when it was all over, Asta was really close to her face. Of course, really close, like he was like about to like give her something, until Asta says, "Still, at least you got second place. You can definitely become into the Royal Knights. Unlike me, I'm definitely not being in the Royal Knights." It's where Noelle was like dirty minded. Of course, she really thought that Asta was going to kiss her, but that was not the case. Asta then goes up to Melissa and does the same and says, "We got first place." It's where Melissa was doing the same, thinking that Asta was going to kiss her. That's where Asta didn't do any of that. Asta knows what they want, but Asta doesn't feel like giving them that. Asta's kind of a little cunning and other things. But yeah. That's where, well, we go into Asta just saying, "So, Yami, have you ever had a eyeball, whatever?" Yami says, "Yeah." He then explains his like a little backstory about Williams, and of course, yeah. Asta says, "Huh, interesting. Have you ever won?" Yami says, "Of course, multiple times." So Asta says, "I thought your rival would be Jack. That green fucking bug? Hell no. Why do you think a fucking green bug like him could ever rival me?" Asta says, "I guess you're right." That's where Asta gets out of the tub after a while. Of course, Asta was drinking in the tub because yes, Asta, he drinks and he does have a high tolerance. But yeah, that's where, well, they get out. Of course, Asta decides to go to his room and not deal with any of this right now because he feels tired a little bit. Of course, where Mariana, whatever her name is, came in, decides to say, "Okay, listen up." Yami gives him the same drink and says, "I don't think this is consumable." That's where she says, "I'll kill you." That's where she takes Noelle, luck like an original cannon, and says, "There's two more missing. Where are they?" This is where Yami says, who are you looking for? Well, the other one, it is Asta. This is where, well, she says, the kid that didn't use any magic and burned even his grimoire at all. This is where Yami says, he's in his room. Asta, he kind of like gets out of the room for a second. Well, not room, mostly he was not even in his room. He actually talked to Henry. Henry was kind of wondering why he could have never absorbed Asta's magic, because Asta had no magic at all to continue with. But Asta was always there just to talk to him and other things, explain a little bit on how the world is. But yeah, Asta does feel really bad for how Henry can't like really get out of the Black Bolt hideout and how his curse actually works. Asta did try to bonk him with the anti-magic sword to kind of get rid of his curse, but that didn't really work. So of course Asta has no clue what cursed magic at all. But yeah, Asta gets out of the kind of place and gets towards the balcony, and this Mariana says, "Hey you, get over here." Asta says, "Huh? Sure." Asta floats down and says, "So where are we going?" This is where Mariana says, "We're going to the capital, of course. Idiot, you were chosen to be a magic knight." Huh? But I've already been tried. And I did give up anyway. I didn't even make it to first place. That's where she says, "Bullshit, now get over here." Of course, managed to use the lion claw. Asta could have got out of it so easily, but Asta just decided to let her bring him towards it. But yeah, this is where multiple people were kind of dressing up as the magic, mostly the royal knights and all that. Asta got his clothing still the same cut in the original canon, and Asta says, "Why is mine so short?" That's where she says, Mariana says, because the fact that, we ran out of clothing or whatever. That's where Asta says, I really don't even like this. Whatever. Asta, he actually, in the mid-air, he started creating something so fast. Right now, having not five elements. He created basically what's called Madara wears in the Jubi form. He right now has the 10 commas. Was it 10 or 9? I can't remember. But it's 10 commas behind him. And right now it looks like he's basically the Sage of Sixth Path. Without kind of looking like the Sage of Sixth Path. He just doesn't have his horns right now, or his Byakugan right now out. It's kind of just saying, well, I'll be wearing this. Don't really care. This is where Mariana goes, This is where, before that even happened, the king appears. This is where Mariana always kind of cuts him off. This is where, Asta kind of asks a question. Where would that even be? Or when are they going to leave or anything? This is where he says, I guess for a commoner, he does have a point. And why is he even wearing that clothing? Whatever. This is where he kind of tries to explain it to Mariana. Says, okay, we'll be leaving this and this and this and this. This is where, Asta says, oh, I guess so. This is where, they go to that kind of party or whatever. And of course, this is where Asta, he already knows that there's someone kind of attached to his shadow. And this is where Asta says, if you excuse me, I'm gonna have to leave, guys. That's where they says, where are you going? To a bastion? What do you think? That's where Asta is going to the bastion. Already noticed the thing tries to leave him, but of course couldn't leave him because Black Zetsu already took control of him. Asta gets him out of here, out of the shadow, and say, oh, hello, buddy. We're going to have a lot of fun. And you think you can actually hitch a ride with me? Please. I'm not an idiot. I wasn't born yesterday. Now let's have fun. The midnight. Let me beat an inch into your life. This is where, he goes. And of course, everyone just hears screaming. And of course, Asta comes back just holding this guy, just dragging him from the hair and saying, hey guys. This is where all of them says, what the hell did he do to that guy? Oh, this is from the Eye of the Midnight. He was trying to spy on me or whatever. He was trying to attach to my shadow or whatever. But I beat an inch to his life. And so, of course, he barely gave me any information. But, of course, I got him anyway. So where's Mariana? Or even, what's called the other cat? What was his name? Noel's older brother. This is where, Noel says, this is where they come in. And, of course, it says, what is even all that commotion? Also says, here. A present. This is where Mariana says, what? Oh. What the hell is this? Also says, don't know, he tried to attach me since I have no mana and can't really sense him. I still found him out thanks to my spirit. Black Zetsu says, yeah, he, I did something. This is where also says, damn it. I don't think you're supposed to say something like that. So where, well, Black Sister just laughs and says, I guess. Also say, but whatever, I'm going back to drinking. Also drinks more like shots, but yeah. And so they say, I don't think that's a very good idea to get wasted before we go into the big mission. This is where Marino says, yeah, exactly. Listen to all of them. Because we're going tomorrow. So of course they get to the Eye of the Midnight base. And of course this is where they start kind of fighting them. But yeah. But of course, since I did say I was going to do this for 30 fucking minutes, but still pass by, let me actually kind of get to a little bit, okay? Just a little bit. But of course, let me go into this what if, okay? I should shut up most of the time, but yeah. Asta kind of says fine. The next day happens, and of course they get to the Eye of the Midnight base, but yeah. Asta, who is kind of fighting against some of these Eye of the Midnight kind of people, Asta is not even doing anything. He's mostly kind of saying, well, the cat didn't do a lot of things by kind of just punching and pummeling people till they're basically an inch into their lives. But yeah, that's where Asta says, damn, I couldn't be pair up with, well, Melissa or even, what's it called, Noelle. Damn it. My two little, what's it called, beautiful. That's where Asta says, damn, my beautiful females. That's where Saran says, you know, if you're that much into them, just get a fucking room with them and done. Asta says, I can't do that like that. That'd be barbarian. That's where Saran says, aren't you a commoner? Why the hell do you even care about fancy things? Asta says, I guess you're right. But still, so annoying. That fucking prick that I broke his leg and face has no, well, if he does anything, I'm ripping his fucking tired legs. This is where, well, this is Zoran says, whatever. Of course, where, well, Asta and Zoran can actually work together because yes, they are from the same damn team. Mostly the Black Bulls boss didn't actually expect it like original canon, but this one Asta just didn't care. Asta says, so, what's it called? Where are we gonna fight any like stronger people? That's where the copy guy appears and says, I guess I'll be fighting against you three. Asta says, wait, aren't you copy dude? You do have a copyright system or whatever bullshit, right? That's where he says, whatever. He rushes at, well, Asta because Asta just keep making fun of him. Asta just disappear in a burst of light. That's where Asta says, dude, you kind of missed with that darkness slash. That's where the copy guy says, huh? Light? Impossible. That's where he jumps away, he transforms also into light and go into a portal, and yeah, he says, damn it. Well, not go into a portal, he hasn't, like, used two, what's it called, abilities at the same time. That's where he just transforms into light and says, what the hell is this? How can you do that? Asta says, don't really need to tell you anything. But yeah, of course, this is where Leech did manage to, well, the fake Leech managed to get the actual, like, stones, and yeah, so the elves still kind of happen. That's where the copy guy managed to get his power, but yeah. That's where multiple other people managed to appear. Asta kind of just activated his Bianca gun and started kind of looking around and sees that multiple people did get possessed, even Yuno. Asta says, well, they were all this weak to get possessed. I'm gonna have to do a lot of work to him, and I wasn't ready for this shit. I was too hanged from yesterday. I shouldn't be drinking off that much. Well, whatever. Asta says, hey, Mariana, can I go off to kind of go look at the other teams? That's why Mariana says, why? Asta says, oh no, I just feel like a great feeling that I want to beat that one dude with orange hair, being Mimosas' brother, and I want to just beat an inch of his life. That's where she says, no. Asta says, fine. So of course, the copy dude kind of got the other people back up and all that. Once the other reincarnate elves, and that's where Asta says, man, I'm gonna have to need help. But how would I even get more people? The White Sisters are not strong enough to defeat these elves. Of course, yes, Mariana did throw, what's it called, Asta and Zoran into like a hole and all that and whatever to try to make them get away. But yeah, Asta says, we should probably help her. This is where Zoran says, oh, you want to get into that one form and kind of fight them? That's what Asta says, yeah. He says, it'd be easy when I beat the shit out of them so easily. So what, well, Asta and Zarin gets there, and of course, where they managed to get what's called fire flame person. Mostly, yes, what's called Leon's older sister, but yeah, of course, this is where Asta did still get captured by the what's it called that copy dude, and of course, this is where he's thrown in there. Asta says, "Ow, you made me hit the fucking ground that hard." The copy dude says, "Well, too bad." That's why Asta kicks this guy so hard in the face, smashing him into the wall, and saying, "Next time, if you want to be dropped in the head, let me kick you in the head to hit you in the wall. How about that, you fucker?" That's where Mimosa says, "Asta." Asta looks around and sees Mimosa. That's where, in his eyes, there's nothing but pure fucking rage. That's where Asta says, "Mimosa, what is happening here?" Sounds to have dead voice. This is where, Asta's eyes become a infernal blue. This is where Mimosa says, "Oh, it's, your eyes." Asta turns around and says, "It was all you. Fine, I'll kill you all and bring you to the underneath of this world called hell." This is where, before Asta could even do anything, two people appear, smashing through it like in the speed of light, smashing through. This is where, what's called glass dude was about to use his magic, and even the other dude was about to use his also magic, mostly the glasses dude. But of course, where someone appeared, sending a fishing rod, hitting Klaus and taking out of his some of his magic, turning into chakra. And of course, someone else appearing with a claw, and someone else kind of being on this person's shoulder. Of course, this guy kind of tries to smash upon the guy who can actually use glass magic. But yeah, these two beings are, these three beings are actually purely white. Their skin is purely white. Their eyes are mostly looking like the Byakugan. Mostly one of them has, one Byakugan, the other eye is kind of covered thanks to his clothing. The other two kind of has these horns. Yes, the other two does have also, but kind of have weapons, red weapons. One is on the shoulder and right now smiling like an evil smile, and the other dude is kind of just giggling with this pressure rod. That's where Asta says, "Who the hell are you?" This is where they look at Asta and says, "Oh, nothing. Your mother just sent us to help you. She thought that it would be a good idea for, us, the Utsuzukis of this, of a different world, to help the young prince named Asta Utsutsuki." This is where Black says when his eyes didn't think Momoshiki, Kimishiki, and Urushiki would be here. This is where, he thinks he didn't even know how Kaguya was able to bring them there. But we go into a flashback of Kaguya. Kaguya, after feeling the elves being released or whatever, being reincarnated, she sees the gap of power kind of breaking a little bit of the dimensions. This is where, she was able to sense multiple of her powers in there, but not powers, mostly sent some spirits in there. Also, the other being, they sent some also spirits. An army of the undead. Right now, the army has bluish flames on them, but yeah. And right now, protecting multiple magic knights. Some of the Utsuzukis appear also protecting magic knights and other civilians, but yeah. That's where I also say, what is happening? That's where they say, oh, a war is appearing. It is called us versus them. But other than that, I'm going to leave it off on that. But yeah, because I'm going to have to go to sleep. And other than that, but yeah, oh shit, I'm only have about 27, 6, whatever. But other than that, bye-bye, potato, and good night. Bye-bye.